everybody. Thank you so much for joining the first ever Authority Marketing Live. Today is going to be an awesome day. So to introduce myself, in case this is your very first time seeing me, my name is Melanie Hirschhorn. I am a content marketing strategist for women coaches and speakers who've written a book and want to leverage that book to amplify their mission online. And I am thrilled to be joined by a client who is also a woman to know. She has written a book that is not available for purchase yet, but you can get on her list so you'll know when it is. And this book is called Name, Claim, and Reframe. And it truly has helped me name, claim, and reframe things. And I have learned so much that I just had to share it with you. So without further ado, I'm just going to bring on the one and only beautiful Andrea Mein DeWitt. Hello, hello.
Good morning. Well, I think for the East Coast, it's afternoon, but
It's actually afternoon for you now.
happy Friday.
Technically, it's afternoon now.
That's right. Well, I guess it is afternoon for us too. Yes, right. I'm still on East Coast time.
Yes, yes, you are. You just flew in to join us. So I appreciate that so much. So let's just talk about, let's talk about your book first, okay? Because it is not in your hand yet, but that doesn't mean you haven't, poured your heart and soul into it. So why don't you tell us a bit about the book to start?
Well, my book is called Name, Claim, and Reframe. And it's a 3-step process that helps you name triggers, claim resolute actions that match your core values, and then reframe your mindset so you can go forward with more peace and ease and flow in your life.
Love that. Okay. So this name, claim, and reframe system is in a book, but it's also got you've got a program going on, right?
I do.
Okay.
do.
So why don't you tell us?
I'm a coach. So coaches, are really guides and teachers. So of course I couldn't do this without having a women's community that I'm creating. And I've just launched my first workshop that I've done this fall, and there's going to be more coming up that really go along with the book and really teaching the system to women and helping them to get in touch with what's the most important and feel better and more grounded in their truths.
Mhm. And I love how simple the name is: name, claim, reframe. And you really do work through a process of naming the thing that's really agitating you, claiming it as what it is and what it isn't, and then reframing your whole mindset so that you can be a happier person, like you've said.
Exactly.
That's
More
what we all
grounded.
want. Right. That's what we all want.
What's interesting to me, Melanie, about this whole thing is, I say to my clients and my workshop people in the community, I'm just alongside them learning because I'm constantly naming, claiming, reframing. Life hands us hurricanes all the time, and you're having to think, ooh, what am I going to do about this? And so it's this wonderful infinity sign that goes back and forth. You're naming, claiming, and you think, oh, I better name and claim before I go back into that reframe. So it's this wonderful system that really works. And it does. I do it every single day.
That's amazing. Yes, we got the proof right here. So let's talk about the book writing journey. The book writing journey. Where are you? How has it gone? How's it going?
Well, it was, I think there were so many books written during COVID, and this became a book that was kind of an alchemy of me. And I didn't realize what I had been doing. I had a little challenge, and I used this system to get myself through that challenge and really decided I wanted to write a book about it. And so I hired a book coach.
You can drop her name. You can drop her name. And
Kim O'Hara from A Story Inside. If you ever want to write a book, and I think everybody does out there, everyone should write a book. But I needed a book coach. I wasn't sure how to put it all together. I'm a writer, but I had no idea how to put it put together. So I hired a book coach to help me do that. And so I started to write Name, Claim, and Reframe. And so I finished it in June. And then I got, do you want me to go on and tell what happened?
Oh, yes, please, please. So you decided that no, please, please. You decided to go the traditional publishing route.
I did.
And so tell me why you decided to do that.
Well, I really felt I wanted to be legitimate, not for anybody else, but for myself. And I really felt this book was I birthed it. It was this incredible thing that I was so proud of. And I thought, I don't want to self-publish this. I really want to see if the market will take this because I think it's something that the world needs. I think especially women now need this book. And so I got really brave and I sent out like 50 different book proposals, and to traditional publishers that take unsolicited manuscripts. And I got a couple bites. And I decided to go with a publisher that does all self-help kinds of books, and they're called Hathaway Press, and they are an imprint of Penguin Random House. So I have all that engine behind me, and I just am so honored and thrilled to be working with them. We start editing in December formally, and then we're looking for a fall just about this time or maybe a little before this time in 2022. So it's like really like winning the gold medal, and I just feel so honored, and it was meant to happen. I really do think.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's great. Okay, so but, full disclosure, you and I have been working together and you realized that even though you're working with a traditional publisher, you probably still had to have your content marketing taken care of
Absolutely.
separately and prior to publishing. So, why don't you tell me a little bit about how that has been for you?
Well, the most important thing I have to say is Melanie was a guardian angel because I had no idea. I was terrified of Instagram, terrified of Facebook, terrified of all that. I mean, I'm just a coach. I mean, I'm a life coach, and I didn't know how to market myself. I thought, why would I put my picture up and people don't want to see a picture of me? And I started working with Melanie, and Melanie transformed a very reluctant Instagram person. Every time I posted, I would get a stomach ache. I still do, but I do it anyway. But I've really ramped up my brand. And what I find, Melanie, as you taught me so well, is that people want to see you. You are the brand. People want to see your pictures. They want to see your videos. And I've just been having the best time really talking about my book and all my workshops and things I'm learning. And people seem to like it, interestingly enough, reels and videos and content. And it's just been so much fun, much to my surprise. I'm hooked now. You've taught me how to market myself, and it's really fun.
I love that. And so, what I think is so important that people who are writing books need to know is that you can't rely necessarily on your publisher or your hybrid publisher to do this for you. And you also can't expect that if you write a book, all of a sudden everybody's going to come and buy it.
No, no. And you really got to get all of that energy flowing now. Like a year from now, I got to get all this stuff going so that when it comes out, when it's printed and it's available on Amazon, I'm already on the train. We're going. And we are going. I mean, I've been doing this since the summer, and it's just what I do. And it's so energizing because then also you're in the content, you're ready to be on podcasts, you're ready to go into print, to talk to people, to be interviewed. You just know your stuff. And it's a great way to both practice what you're preaching and just get really comfortable in your brand of who you are and what you're talking about.
And I love how your book is an extension of your brand, truly. And I mean, you have, not only are you an expert on naming, claiming, and reframing so that you can live a life in ease and flow, but hey, you wrote the book on it.
I did. And I think I get better and better. But I want people to know that when they read this book, that I'm learning alongside them that it's a practice. Just like life is a practice. We just are trying our very best to do our very best. And sometimes we try something and it doesn't work. And so we go back to naming, claiming, and reframing again. And it's just this lovely forgiveness. The thing I love most about it is I think people, what I've learned with this program is that people really discover their inner magnificence, and they discover things that they didn't know were important that really are important, and help them to live happier lives. And that is the most exciting thing, is to see people really discover, like, rediscover themselves. And that's exciting.
Absolutely, and I know that, for me, what really resonated was that ability to understand that, you know what, I have values
Yeah.
that are getting triggered, and specifically with a relationship that I have in my life with a family member, I was feeling all these sorts of ways and I didn't know why. And it wasn't until I read your book I realized what it was that was causing that angst, those triggers. And it was that the behaviors that I was dealing with were triggering my values.
Absolutely. And it's really what I really talk a lot about, is learning to respond instead of react. And that's the name step, really. So what's triggering me? What about this can I be with? So when we can do that, then we can actually take a step back and think, maybe I did react, but I'm going to give myself a chance to respond.
Exactly.
And I love that piece of it. And I loved when you told me that, because it also, I thought, oh, good.
It works. It
This is
works.
what really is working.
Yeah. So we have a comment from David Newman, and he is in Madrid. Hi, David. And he says, so impressed with your work and commitment. So that is quite
Thank you, David. It's good to see you.
so wow, from Madrid. I love that city.
Who
So
doesn't?
David has his book coming out too.
I
I'm sure
know
he
you
will be
have.
showing up on Authority
Yeah.
Marketing soon. So let's talk about, becoming an authority and standing in that space. How does that feel for you right now? How does it feel to really be there?
Well, I have to say, Melanie, I think when I first started digital marketing, which is really what brought me into the space of owning my authorship and being an authority, I think the practice of it, I mean, I really do feel it now. When I first started, I felt like a poser. I thought, who is going to care about this? But if you don't care about it, if you don't get out there and sing your song and do your dance, no one's gonna else is gonna care about it. And as I've been doing it, I mean, I really do believe this. I'm swimming it every single day, and I'm making an impact, and people are responding to it. You better know your stuff, and the only way to know your stuff is to sing and dance in it, because then you believe it, and I do believe it. I live it every day, and I better believe it if I'm the author of this book. And so that's why I just enjoyed so much building my brand through my I use Instagram mostly,
Mhm.
Facebook a little tiny bit, but it's just been the best for really kind of getting me ready to go.
I love it. And you are ready to go and you are skyrocketing. And so what can people do to sort of get a taste of the name, claim, and reframe between now and the fall when they'll be able to have the book in their hand?
Well, follow me on Instagram. I'm Andrea DeWitt Coaching, or at Andrea DeWitt Coaching on Instagram. I do things every week. I have a theme that I follow usually. I do videos and funny things, and I talk about what I'm experiencing or things I struggle with. I wrote a piece about, why don't they like me? Because I had a challenge with a colleague, and I thought, God, I could write about this. And people that loved it. And I thought, everybody struggles with these things, not just me. So follow me. I have a website too, Andrea DeWitt Advisors, and there's a bit about the book. I'm going to be really just, if you follow me on Instagram, you'll learn everything you need to know.
Everything you need to know. And you
Mhm.
have a program that they can join as well.
I do. I have a workshop series. I'm just finishing up the first one, but I'm starting one in the spring, and I've got dates on my website for that. And it's a really good value. So check it out. You can just see it under workshops on my workshop tab. I'm very excited about it. That is really a way to really dance in name, claim, and reframe.
I love that. I love that so much. All right. Well, Andrea, thank you so much for being here today. Thank you for being our very first and best guest.
So far.
I get to bestow that title on you because you're the first, you're the best,
Mhm.
right?
Well, it was an absolute honor, Melanie. And thank you for everything you've done to help me really be an authority on my book.
Well,
So
thank you. Thank you so much. And we'll put links to all your stuff in the comments so that people can see.
fantastic.
So thank
Thanks.
you. And everybody, thank you so much for watching today. I am so happy that you were here and you got to get a taste of Authority Marketing Live. So tune in next Friday because this is going to be an every Friday kind of thing. So have a wonderful rest of your day and keep marketing that book. Thank you so much.